remember us by, puto.
Yeah. You know what that was right there? A clip from one of my favorite series to watch, Queen of the South.
Lil T.
Yo.
We got Lil T up in here.
Causing trouble, robbing Nazis.
Yeah,
Little
shooting Nazis in the... I can cuss or I can't cuss?
Try it. Let's see what
Go for
happens.
it.
Say it. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens. Go ahead. Say it. What you gonna say?
Shooting Nazis in the dick.
Yeah.
Oh, it works, baby. You just
Still on
got
air.
We lied.
That's just a weird ass line when somebody
Yeah,
turned
I
on the
didn't
radio.
think Dick was
It just
coming.
Snows.
Hey, good pun.
I think Dick was coming. All right, this artist right here, I have an affinity towards because as I watch her career, I always try to give her these great intros because it bewilders me how you have an artist like this who's been putting out such a high quality of music since about 2013 and has been consistent and has signed major label deals with Atlantic and then got smart for herself and decided, this ain't the route for me. Why do I have this crutch? And decided to go independent, and she's doing it all on her own, ladies and gentlemen. Well, with her team. And she's here to talk about our new project. It's called Vibe Higher, the one and only Snow the Product. It's back. Snow
Thank
the
you.
Product.
Thank you. You do always give me them epic intros. I still can't believe we're like
Homies.
Sway. Yeah, like Sway says all that. Like that's dope.
Well, it's interesting because I'll just tell you the truth. You're from the Bay, and I'm been an advocate of anything that comes from the Bay that sounds like itself.
Yeah.
So when I say Snow is from the Bay, people, she's from the Bay where? What Bay? You know what I mean? But she's from the Bay, and you're creating you're opening another lane for artists to kind of be influenced by doing that, and you diversifying the sound that's coming from the Bay. So I'm an advocate of that. And then you're a young woman who's in charge.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate for that.
Thank you.
There it is,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Come on, I'm on your team.
We need more
man.
advocates for that. Yo.
Yeah, man. And then when I look at your post clips that you put up, and you be showing your neighborhood and your house, my ultimate goal is to get to that neighborhood so I can have a nice cooked meal by Snow the Product.
Greedy. Damn,
That's
Sway, what about
crazy.
bringing food over? Sometimes that's good as a guest.
Yeah. You'll probably get cooked for by Juju though because I
Juju.
don't be cooking.
Juju can't cook.
Yeah, Juju can cook.
You
I'm
could
not
cook,
even gonna lie.
Juju? What's your specialty?
And I've been eating.
Step to the mic, Juju. Step to the mic.
Oh my God, that's so funny. The thing she asked to not. She was like, "I'm not gonna be on camera, right?" 3 cameras just pointed at her right now.
But what's your meal, your go-to meal? Like, what can you cook?
I could make her a little bit of everything, to be honest. Whatever she's in the mood for.
Damn, Juju? How? Like, Juju's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Where'd you
We
learn
can
that?
cook from Brooklyn. You got dietary restrictions, Snow?
Well, when I'm on keto,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, she don't be caring, so she just be like cupcakes, fucking bread, everything. I'm like, that's not part of it,
She
but
got a link with Heather B.
Yo, what's keto, though?
Yeah.
You said when I'm on keto. What is keto?
I like keto. I've been on and off. Honestly, I used to be on keto in like 2015, and like it worked for me. I lost like a lot of weight, but it was a lot harder back then because it wasn't like a fad, so there wasn't that many options.
Yeah.
But nowadays you can actually find stuff like in the grocery store, so it's pretty cool. You can
Yeah.
find like cauliflower crust and stuff like that, like cauliflower mashed potatoes. I'm like, that's dope.
It's more like on high protein, right?
No, it's high fat.
Oh, high fat.
High
There you
fat,
go.
low carb. Protein is like whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
just not too much protein. But yeah, it's pretty dope. And you drink tequila on it, so
Dad, what the hell? You could drink tequila on it?
you could eat bacon and steak and cheese and drink tequila. That's probably not optimal. Obviously, you still,
Yeah,
but you can and still be still be in ketosis.
It's like a revised version of the Atkins diet, kind of.
Okay, Juju, you know all that? Where'd you learn that, Juju?
Juju said cupcakes.
Cupcakes. I got them
Bread.
cupcakes for you.
Bread.
This project, Vibe Higher, was your latest project, right? What is it like to put together a project now in 2019 from point A to point Z? Like everything now. There's no label, right?
The only thing that changed between how I've been doing things is that I actually get to release shit. Cause I've been
What?
I've been working forever, and I have dope music. And as a matter of fact, some of the songs on that project are from like 2014. Like some of the better performing songs, I literally like been making and doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like nobody really cared, or like there was always a reason why this ain't gonna work, or this ain't gonna work. Or I had a song called Waste of Time, and I was told it was too aggressive by, you know what I'm saying? It's like
by the label.
And then it's like 16 million views, and it's like people obviously fuck with it, and if they would have got behind it, it would have been something. But it was too aggressive towards men. But then other women can make songs exactly the same. Or I make songs about subject matter like being bisexual, but then it's okay to make a song on LGBT month about being bisexual by women who are probably for the most part not.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just a weird where you be like, am I fucking crazy? It's kind of like when you're in a relationship and they keep telling you you're crazy, and you're like, I'm not fucking crazy. Like, I know y'all are fucking with me. So yeah, what it feels like is just freedom, happy. I'm excited. I feel good.
Good for you.
I feel good. I feel like my energy's good.
And honestly, I could feel that.
Yeah.
I could feel that. I'm just tripping on that double standard though.
Yeah.
About talking about what did you just, about bisexual?
She said it was too aggressive.
Too aggressive
against men. I was curious, what was in the lyrics that made it too aggressive for men? Especially now we're having this conversation like toxic masculinity. I think that's a really interesting point you just raised.
I mean, it wasn't too aggressive, to be honest, because right after that, like, Be Careful came out, and Be Careful, that's what it is?
Cardi
yeah.
song?
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, no, it was like about a year
ago.
change ago.
That's recent.
Yeah, so it's like, no, it's the same subject matter. It's the same vibe, but it just wasn't working, I guess, for me. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should just go alone. And the thing is that it's not to shit on it, but it's like some people just don't fit that way of doing things. Yeah. You feel me? Like, a lot of people in the label weren't involved in my career, so it makes people not really give a fuck because they're like, well, I don't really, got no stake in this.
I ain't getting no points off this album.
So it's like, what is the point of pushing this person if I could push somebody else that I do got stake in? Yeah. So to me, I'm like, so then I just decided to eat steak and go indie.
Let's go back to that other comment you made, like when you're in a relationship and then people, something wrong, but the person in the relationship is telling you you're lying or it's not wrong, and they're trying to make you go crazy. Yeah. Think you crazy because you see this shit happening and you saying, yo, you're cheating, or no, that's not right. Yeah. Did Juju do this to you?
No.
Why you starting problems?
People, yo.
No, you know what's crazy though? As I'm talking about this, I do have a song that I'm dropping. Probably what are we in January? Probably February, since apparently now I can do whatever the fuck I want, so I could drop it whenever. Called Gaslight, which is exactly about that. Like somebody treating you like that, and they're like gaslighting you. So that song and that music video is really dope, and it is about. There's a lot of people that are like that are like manipulate you or like make you think you're tripping when really they're just kind of fucking with you. So yeah.
I love following Snow Tha Product because the lyrics she write is really the life she's lived. So I can hear in your lyrics when you talk about people ain't fucking with you now that you the competition. What song was that? Was that Faith? Was that in the Faith?
In Faith I said no. In Faith I said. Yeah, now I'm their competition, but before they were like all fucking with my shit. Like there's been people that have like joined, my movement or like my crew or whatever, and then now all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna do my own thing, and it's like, oh, that's convenient. You're doing your own thing now that you benefited off my thing, and now you're trying to be my competition, and now all of a sudden they're like, applying shit that I taught them and trying to, make it seem like, and I'm just like, I'm just so tired of that. So to me, when it comes to everything, like not on no 2019 goals or anything, but I just decided I wasn't gonna fuck with like anybody who doesn't wholeheartedly fuck with me. Like I don't care, at this point, I feel like I've accomplished more than even though I didn't go all the way, whatever, but like I feel good, I feel happy, all my bills are paid, everything feels good. Like as long as I keep creating, it's in 2019, like as long as you got social media and YouTube and you can post your own music and you got fans and I can still sell out tours, like what am I really complaining or sad about? Like I live a really good life.
Boom shakalaka boom.
What you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, is success right there. Snow Tha Product. Let's play Faith. And then we're going to come back and phone line still. This is Faith, man. Check out the video, too, when you get a chance. Conceptual video. It's like a movie when you see it. Sway in the Morning, Shade for a 5. Shout out to Castro Escobar.
Hey.
Let's play it. Yeah. Sway in the Morning. You can't hold us down now. We took the vibe higher. We've been working. You gotta keep that faith, ladies and gentlemen. Snow the Project, Sway the Morning, Shade 45. You know, whenever it's a track that make you want to talk on it like that, like I feel like I'm on this song.
Exclusive.
We love you, haters. We love you, haters. We want to hug you, haters. Shout out to my mama.
Your mother a hater? Okay.
She's hated on me early on in my life.
Yo, my mom too.
And mine too.
Shit.
She's like, you're really gonna rap?
That's how she did you?
Yeah, I mean with more of a Mexican accent, but definitely.
Let me hear it with the Mexican accent.
Please.
¿Vas a hacer rap? Exactly like that. Yeah.
What does she say now though?
Oh, she be asking me to bring her on stage because every time she comes on stage, everybody be cheering. So she be feeling herself and everything. Got an Instagram. I'm like, Mom, stop. She's in Mexico right now. She's living her best life.
What does she think about the wall?
Your mom's in Mexico. What does she think about the wall? God damn.
I'm just curious.
Thanks to rap. No, she's a citizen now. She was so quick to switch up. Like my mom is not the prime. Like she switched up on everybody. She changed her name as soon as she became a citizen. She's like, oh, I'm gonna be a whole different person. I was like, wow, you are the definition of came up and switched up. And then she went to Mexico. Like she literally got her citizenship and then left to Mexico. I was like, what the fuck was that for? Like that's crazy. But she's happy. She's excited. I think it's one of those things like, you know, wherever you want to be happy, like fuck it. Both my parents are in Mexico, so.
That's where they want to be. That's their But I thought that was a fair question. I like when you bring your kid on stage too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he be dancing.
He be dancing, man. That dude got moves, man.
Yeah, he got
the whole family. Heather's a family affair.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that quality of life shit. Like right. I've really been on that, like really trying to make sure that I don't miss out on the family aspect and like life and everything, and then music, because that's, you know, there's a lot of people that do have one thing or the other and they're not happy because they wish they had. So to me, if I can carry both sides of my life, then that's worth way more than, you know, just being rich and sitting there wishing I did something.
Freedom.
That's what happened when you become rich, though. You don't know that until you get that fuck you money.
No, well, the fuck you money. No, but
I'm going for happiness.
You learn that too, though. But you learn it too, though, and sometimes you learn it in a foul way. You know, I look back. You know, I missed a lot of graduations. I missed a lot of birthday parties. I missed a lot of shit that you don't really get back. You know, and you trying to hustle and make that money to pay the rent and whatever the case may be, and only to look like I'm trying to satisfy a label and some dates, and they don't give a fuck, because to her point, if they not getting points off your album, they really don't have an interest in you. It's like if they don't see their name after that EP, they not going hard to promote you. So it's quality of life, and it's freedom in that.
I like that. Snow the Product. Yes, Mike Muse.
So the question, since we're there talking about quality of life, I'm just curious to know that your mom had the choice to become a citizen. And when she became a citizen, she then chose to still go back to Mexico. We don't really hear that narrative too often, which is actually Mexicans who are here in America actually are returning back to Mexico. So I was wondering if you can just give some more character and context to that and the reasons why she chose to actually go back to Mexico.
Because people, you know, and that's the thing about whenever we're speaking about Mexican Americans or immigrants or anybody, you know, because immigrants come from everywhere, like, which is what this started on, right? They come here to have a better life. They come here to give their children a better life. I took it upon myself to let her know my brother, my younger brother, is completely fine. I have a great life. Like, she did what she was supposed to do. That was it. Like, we are living a great life, and now we make enough money to be able to be like, yo, go to Mexico, do whatever you want to do. Like, she has 2 houses in Mexico. Like, she don't got no reason to be over here getting treated some type of way. Or I've like the biggest arguments I've gotten in with strangers is when people treat my mom bad. Like, if, you know, a cashier or something, like, I don't understand you, I'll slap somebody. Like, I don't like when people do that, especially because, you know, a lot of times it's just like, you know, if you are American and you go to another country and you try to learn, like when Americans try to learn Spanish, we're like, ha ha ha, how cute, you're trying to learn. But whenever somebody else is trying to learn English, like, we treat them like crap. So
right,
damn, I didn't think of that.
What a double standard.
Wow.
Yeah, so to me, I'm just like, you know, wherever she wants to be, she be going back and forth and doing whatever, but I think a lot of people need to know that. Like, I have family that is residents, and they can come back and forth, and they still live in Mexico. Like, Mexico's a great place. Like, I love it. I think that's why I've always repped so hard for it, is because I love the culture. I think it needs more respect. And growing up in California, and especially like when I was living in San Diego, since it's so close to Mexico, people kind of treat it a little crappier, like people who are Mexican, like they treat us a particular way. And I'm just like, nah, like I think you need to put some respect on our name, and you need to know like how dope and how much of our culture is really dope. Like, we're more than tacos and tequila, but if you like that and that makes you like Mexicans, then I'm all for it.
You're all for it, man. I like that.
Really aligned with Tekashi, since like he's another rapper who
I actually did, which is crazy because like, at least the I knew he spoke Spanish. Like I knew, like I seen those videos where people were kind of ranking on him for like he was at a quinceañera dancing with like his mom. But I'm like, that's what you do. Because there is some other people that will claim all this, Mexican that, and they don't really like be in the culture. So when I see somebody that really like, even though he took a totally different route, like I see like deep down, like I'm like, yo, you really fuck with like Mexicans. I'm like, that's dope. So that was authentic to me. So, that was dope.
The pride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm wondering as well, if your mom, how did she take you being bisexual? Was that an issue at all, or was she
Yes,
open?
that was an issue with everybody. And I'm not going to lie, like, because I was raised traditional Catholic Mexican.
Exactly,
Like,
that's what I
that's
was thinking.
a whole, like, thing.
Another
you feel
level.
me? So, yeah, when I definitely had a little moment. Plus, it was cool because I kind of got a drunk. We were all lit. I was throwing money at strippers.
That's when the tequila comes in handy.
Yeah, I was like throwing money. And so, like, as I'm throwing money, she's like, so I'm like, yeah. And then it kind of was weird. She's like, so you got to decide. You got to know which road you're going to take. Are you going this way or that way? I'm like, I'm kind of everywhere. Like, I'm kind of fine.
Y'all at a strip club throwing money? Where?
We were at a bar, actually, in Austin. I ended up, I was going through a lot. But it was really fun. And now she's totally, like, she's like, whatever, be happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing is, like, be happy because it's a struggle. I think what happened was I went through a really dark part of my life like a year ago, and that's when I really just decided, like, yo, I just want to be happy. Like, that's it. Like, I'm happy that I own my property. I don't got a car payment. I'm good. Like, everything that I got going on is like, what the fuck am I really even depressed about?
All peace,
round
everything.
of applause. I like that.
Thank you.
Since you're here, we had our citizens put together. We told them you were coming, but our phone lines are broken today. So they put together a bunch of questions for you. Okay. And we're going to put them in our mystery sack with Snow the Product.
She wasn't ready for that.
Sway in the morning.
I know. I just started seeing
Glitter.
glitter. I was like, what are we doing?
You don't want
Throw money.
Go ahead and reach in.
Dig deep, dig deep.
Put your hands into Sway's sack.
That sounds gross.
It's Sway's Mystery Sack on Shade 45.
Now, Juju, don't get jealous because she putting her hand in my sack, okay?
Juju ain't thinking about you, Sway.
Juju, please stop putting that camera on me, Sway.
So you're going to stick your hand into Sway's sack 3 times, pull out one question at a time, read it out loud, and you have to answer honestly.
3 times?
Yep.
Well, yeah,
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, what's the
All
first?
right.
That's from the citizens, our listeners, man.
The citizens.
The citizens.
All right, great. If you had to snuggle in bed with a porcupine or a pound of maggots, which would you choose and why? A porcupine.
Really?
For sure.
You want to be poked?
Fuck it. No. I'll tell you what, maggots?
Yeah.
Bro, I'll deal with pain, but it'll be like getting tattoos, but maggots?
Yeah. That'll be like getting tattoos.
What? These are the questions, really?
No, the citizens.
The citizens.
Yeah, the citizens. You know
Yeah.
that.
Number 2.
We got some really interesting citizens.
If you had to swim in a pool full of cereal and milk, what kind of cereal and what kind of milk? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
People take it.
Yeah,
It is
that's
serious.
cereal question.
Cereal.
Yo,
serious.
that's a cereal. You know what kind of cereal, really?
That tells a lot about a person's character, too.
It does.
What kind of cereal they
Personality.
It
eat.
really does.
Or do
Yeah.
you put the milk in the pool or the cereal first?
Well, this isn't necessarily like what I would eat, though. Like, it's like which one. I'm thinking
Oh, you
strategically.
Okay.
What's not going to be too sticky?
Yeah, what's
Okay.
going to react to your
Crazy.
skin
Good point.
okay?
Good
Yeah,
point.
you know.
Yeah, she took
I
that.
think I'd go like Kicks.
kicks because the little balls will just bounce off you.
Balls.
They're just there.
You can float on them, actually.
Yeah. It'll be fun. As a matter of fact,
Float on the
kicks.
ball.
And milk. I don't really drink almond milk, but I guess it would be almond milk or maybe like skim milk because that's almost water.
God damn it, she thought this out. Man.
Yes,
It's like an
it's
engineer.
really
She
sophisticated.
should have been an engineering major.
Thank you.
Right there.
Appreciate that.
Okay,
Appreciate
okay,
that.
I'm like,
okay.
last
All right,
one.
Last one.
Yeah.
Great.
People took that one serious, huh?
Oh, man, that's the most serious.
Oh shoot, I
question.
got two. Here.
Okay.
Not trying to be greedy with your
Yeah,
questions.
but the
here,
citizens'
Swag.
questions. So
Yeah,
the citizens.
okay, all right, cool. All right. If you had to live a life of any cartoon character, who would it be and why? Oh, that's tight. I like Daria.
Oh, yeah.
La 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 la. Daria was tight.
And her
I think I
sister,
kind of
too.
am Daria, like Daria-ish.
Yeah.
I've always been very like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Daria. I like
Yeah.
that.
Me too. Very befitting.
Next video, I see a Daria theme.
Yeah.
I can see one of the-
Yeah.
one of those
If I
songs.
was like if I was like Flossie, I would definitely get like a Daria chain. Like everybody gets their cartoon. I
That's
want
lit.
Daria.
I like that. I love that you made these questions. You took these questions to a whole nother level.
Very meaningful answers.
Took it higher. The vibe just got higher the way you answered that.
Here we are, ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen.
Before we let you go, "Lie to Me" is a song I really like too.
Shout out Hondro. So
Okay.
these guys on this project, Hondro, Castro Escobar, Lex the Great, and AJ Hearns, these guys are some Mexican American kids that I just really believe in, and like nobody really fucked with me. So I'm like, I think I can like expose them to like a whole crowd. And considering that I literally like tour nationally every year once or twice, you know, so it's like I could put them in front of a bunch of people. Like off top, like with my label, I'm gonna do something that like I feel like a lot of labels aren't doing, and I'm gonna kind of take a different approach. So instead of being like, you know, I'm gonna work on your single and then we're just gonna show you this little fluff or whatever, I'm like, no, you're gonna put in work. We're gonna carry these bins, sell this merch, meet fans for free, like do everything that you gotta do and really work on that road, and then you're gonna see what being an artist really is. And the fact that they can listen and, you know, and really take advice from a woman, I think is a good start, because it's like they're not their ego's not getting in the way. They're just like, yo, you earned this shit. We're listening to you, and that makes me want to push for them, because it's like they're fucking dope and they deserve a shot. You know, Castro came from Mexico. He actually is an immigrant, and you know, he has a crazy story. Hondro, same thing. He was working with actually a lot of big people, but they were doing him kind of like me. So he's like, yo, I see what you did. I want to work with you. And I think the first 3 songs we recorded are on this project, and "Lie to Me" was like one of the first 3.
was one of
So
the-
that's
okay.
how dope he is like "Rah Rah," "Lie to Me," and "Better Me" are like these dope ass hooks, and he's just like, I don't know, I'm proud of them, man. I'm really proud.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
really
you.
proud of you. You're so inspiring.
Thank
I'm
you.
getting chills listening to you talk. And really, if y'all want to know about the music business in this 25-minute conversation, she's breaking it down for you.
Easy too.
Easy.
It's easy.
Like it's nothing. Nah, we're going to do this,
Yep.
and this. She learned that through trial and error.
Yeah.
And she's telling you more of how to reach your audience than the record labels could.
Yeah. And
You
it's
know.
not to shit on them.
No,
I
it's
said
not,
that.
but
I
yeah.
said that before. Like, they changed my life for real.
Yeah.
You know, like I had a baby, and you know, up until your interview, a lot of people didn't know that.
No, but-
But you're like,
Like,
no, you got a
wait.
kid. I was like, yeah. I was like,
So
yeah,
you looked at me like, come on.
I was like, no, it was just a moment I had been waiting. Like, I was like, it's crazy. Nobody's ever asked me.
Yeah.
So I've never really, so when you said it, I was just like, this is the moment. It was more like that. Like, I was
Okay.
like, whoa, like, I took it as like, that was the moment. So it's dope that,
Yeah.
you know, we
It
share that.
happened with us,
Yeah. But, yeah, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, they changed my life. Yeah, they changed my life because I had a kid. Sorry, I started thinking about my kid. You know, I was pregnant. I had nothing, and they gave me something. You know, even I got to invest it. Had I been a dumbass artist, I would have spent it dumb and it would have been gone. But I turned it into something that now is 7 years strong, a really strong business. We're touring. I own Red Cams and fucking studios and music studios and everything. So it's like now I can just grab an artist and plug them into what we're doing, and it's gonna be amazing.
Snow the product, man.
Bong,
I
bong,
love
bong,
you.
bong.
Good
Love
job.
it.
Great job. Support this artist. Support this executive. Vibe Higher. I think it's self-explanatory. Vibe Higher is the name of the project, and you giving higher vibrations. Juju, don't mess this up, okay?
Juju back there like, what the? She should have never been on that vlog, huh?
Yeah, man,
No,
once you did that, Juju, you did it to yourself, man. Snow, we love you, appreciate you. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
We're part of your movement, so you got
course.
this is a platform that you know you have
Thank
access to, even with those other artists.
Thank you.
You have access to this. Bring them.
No,
up.
I'm gonna bring them. I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring them. We're
Bring
gonna
them
do a
up.
whole
Concert
thing as a
series,
crew.
little
We should
concert
do a
series.
concert
That's
series
it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
with your crew, with your roster.
Let's do it.
We can make that
Guys,
happen.
guys, you guys are coming.
Huh? We can make that happen. We'll talk.
We
We'll
out
get on
here.
the phone. Okay. The Dream is up next. Sway no. Play. Okay, yeah, there you go. Snow the Prophet. I want to make sure you played the right one.
I mean, you were out there freestyling it. You might as well play it.
Okay. We going off, kids. Sway in the morning.
Like I beat the